Hey girl, hey. How you doing? How's life? You living? Quarantine doing you swell? Hopefully, because it ain't doing me well. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, it be me, it be my Brie, it be mother. Hello. And today we are going to tap into one of my favorite things this quarantine. And I wasn't expecting it to be a favorite. For those who know me, and those who follow me on Instagram, know I am an oil painter. And it's something I fell in love with when I was in college, and it was something I was really stuck with. Without a proper studio, it's so hard to oil paint. I just found myself not oil painting, and not oil painting for a really long time. The smell was still really strong, and you need really good ventilation and a really good air system and proper disposal for Gamsol. So I started doing acrylic paintings, and yeah, girl's been, as you can see, going way off of my original style, which a lot of people are familiar with. And I just fell in love with acrylic. And I started off with Blick acrylics, and the acrylics that I had, did a huge purge on old acrylics that I had from like Pearl Paint and threw those out. And I was working with Blick and Craftsmart. And Craftsmart, you guys know, is the Michaels brand, which is like super cheap and inexpensive, but in the same breath. What's a breath? Do you breath out of your nose? The Michaels brand is really like thin, and it's not super opaque, and sometimes you can still see the canvas. This leads to my new treasure that I have here in my hands today. We're trying out Arteza. You guys know that we tried out Miss Arteza, Miss Thing, with her marker, and to see if she was comparable to Copics. So now we're taking Miss Arteza and we're going to just put her to the test. Am I really even putting her to the test? Because I really freaking love these colors. I mean, like, girl, the proof is in the pudding. But it's really comparable to Blick. But I mean, the amount that I got for the price that was paid, to giving Blick and Utrecht the run for their money, and dare I say, give Liquitex and Golden a run for their money. Don't hit me, please. Please don't lay hands on me. But we're gonna get into it. Alright, so we're gonna hop right into it. I'm using my Canson Bristol paper and some standard, painter's tape to tape down my sides to prevent any warping. I know when I did the gouache tutorial, I noticed my paper curl a little bit, so I want to prevent that this time. Got some pencil brushes that usually come in a set, and my mechanical pencil, and we're just going to do a quick sketch. This is not going to be a super serious painting at all. This is just to show you guys the color. The color is definitely most important about this, and I want you guys to see how well it blends into each other and just the opacity of all the colors. So definitely want you to get a full scope on how those colors do what it do. So we gonna name this girl Miss Toller, because we just gonna name her Miss Toller. Matter of fact, we gonna name her Miss Girl. We're gonna name her Miss Girl. It's not Miss Girl, it's Miss Toller. But as you can see, I have my Arteza colors. They're super bright. This particular set came with 60 colors, which was not bad. I'll insert a screenshot at some point, I think. Maybe I won't. Probably towards the end of the video, I'll show you a screenshot with the price. Or I'll just link it down below. I think that's better. But these are the colors I'm going to use today, and we're going to hop right into it. I have my little dirty palette that I've had since college. I'm going to put my little colors on there. I'm going to use it with Craftsmart just so I can get a good idea. I think I'm probably going to use it with regular Arteza and maybe a little bit of Craftsmart just to see if they blend into each other pretty good. So I'm starting off with that yellow as a highlight. As you can see, as a yellow, and you guys know yellow is not opaque, and as a yellow, it is super, super vibrant, and it's super opaque. And I think that's one of the biggest things with these light colors, especially light warm colors, that the opacity really plays a role. With this orange, I'm going in to the orange and the green a little more wet than usual, which is giving me this kind of watercolorish effect. If I dry up the brush and layer on the paint, as you can see, it blends beautifully into each other and the opacity is there. I think like one of the biggest things that I loved about this paint, especially during quarantine, is that a little goes a long way. I didn't find myself like having to guzzle an entire bottle of a certain color just for it to be opaque. As you can see, some of my pencil marks are even disappearing behind the paint. And of course, again, I use this fairly light because I didn't want to like OD, but I want you guys to really see the color payout. And even with me using the paint really lightly, or even a little watered down, it's still very bright and very opaque, and it dries as you see, so the color doesn't change on you, which is fantastic. This is like a quick little lining job that I'm going to do with one of my liner brushes that I got off Amazon. I'll link them down below. They're pretty good. I've had better. I think you can probably find better. Of course, better is expensive, and if you can't afford expensive, then you know what I'm saying, you'd be in struggle. So I'm just going to link those down below so that you guys can have access to them. And I also link down the pack of brushes because I think Princeton brushes, especially in the pack, are super convenient for starting artists or people who are just kind of experimenting. It's not too expensive and they come with more than one brush compared to you buying a brush or brushes by the piece. So I'm kind of wrapping up here, and as you can see, that green is super bright and opaque, and layering the colors on here is a breeze. Like, it's just a walk in the park. But I'm not going to completely come to a complete resolve to this drawing because you kind of get the gist at this point. The colors are there. The proof's in the pudding. So we're back with some final thoughts, okay? So, I mean, honestly, as you guys know, I came on here shipping Arteza hard. But as you can see, like, if you are a private person who cannot afford certain things, like, please, by all means, like, buy the cheaper brand. I guess to really put it to the test, you would have to compare it to Liquitex and Golden. I'm an oil painter, so I'm just building up my acrylic inventory, so I don't have a lot of those colors or much of that brand to compare it to. But from prior knowledge and from times that I've used Golden and Liquitex, it can be tested up to that standard. Like, I personally believe that this particular brand is up there. Some of my recent abstract paintings have been really successful because of the vibrancy of the color. The creaminess does everything for me. It just does it. It's doing it for me, especially for it being a brand that's fairly new. To come up and make a whole line of paint that's functional and really freaking good is like chef's kiss. I can't even be mad at it. If you are interested, they sell them on Amazon. I think they also have their own website. Yes, they do have their own website. So you can buy them off their website. You can buy it off Amazon. So this is like another 2 for 2 for Arteza. Pretty darn good brand in price compared to those other brands that are competitive, that are competitively priced, and brands that are overpriced, to be quite frank with you. Find cheap art supplies. Don't break the bank. Like, if you don't have to break the bank, don't break the bank. If you have to break the bank, rob it, okay? That's my final thoughts on this brand. This is my final thoughts on Arteza. Let me know if you guys want to see more from this particular brand, if there's any particular products that you guys like from them or interested in. Be your guinea pig and test out these products before you buy them. So please drop them in the comments, drop them in my DMs, wherever. That's all for me, folks. Thank you for watching. Keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.